We're going to do our first set of examples involving the laws of logarithms. We have three examples that we're going to solve here, and of course, we're going to have many others. So in this case, we are supposed to solve for x for the first example. So let us see whether we can apply the laws of logarithms to be able to solve such an example. So let us see. So we have log to base 10 of x plus 2 plus 1 is equals to log to base 10 of x, and we are supposed to find the value of x. So how do we do that? First of all, we see a 1 here, and we need to find a way to make it a log. And there is something we know, that if we have log to base a of a, we have 1. So in this case, since we have all the logs that are provided here are to base 10, and therefore we can make this to be log of 10 to base 10. So that means log of 10 to base 10 is going to be equal to 1. So whenever we have 1, we replace it with this. So we're going to have a new equation which is going to look like this: log of x plus 2 to base 10 plus, then instead of 1 we have log of 10 to base 10 is equals to log of x to base 10. Okay, so the next thing we are supposed to do, we can find a way to factor out the logs for the left hand side of the equation. And of course we can do that. If we factor out log, we can remain with log to base 10 of, from the laws of logarithms, since this is an addition, then the result of, if we factor out the log to base 10, we're going to have a product, and therefore that's going to be x plus 2 multiplied by 10, which is equals to log of x to base 10. And now you notice the logs are going to cancel out, and we're going to remain with an equation that looks like this. So 10 is going to multiply x, and we have 10x plus 20 is equals to x. So since we are solving for x, then the equation is going to look like this. It's going to be 10 minus x, that is 9x, is equals to negative 20. And the value of x is equals to negative 20 over 9. So that is the result of the same. On to the second example. So in this example, we notice that we are having a number that is multiplied by a log. Of course, that is easy. If you have a number that is multiplied by the log, then you can make it a power from the law of powers. So let me do that very fast. So you're going to have log of x to base 2 power 2. So this number, we have brought it as a power. Then we're going to have log of 2, log of x to base 2 is equals to, now in this case, we have a 3 and we need to introduce a log. There's something that we know, that if we have a log of a base multiplied by that base, then we're going to have 1. So if we do that, then we're going to have 3 multiplied by log of 2, or log of 2 to base 2. So we have not changed anything, because you notice this is going to be exactly 1. And of course, this can be written as, this side can be written as log to base 2 of 2. And now this 3 is going to be a power, which is 3. And of course, 2 power 3 is 8. 2 power 3 is equals to 8. So we're going to have that value as log to base 2 of 8. So this value is exactly what we have there. So our new equation is going to look at like this: log to base 2 of x squared plus log to base 2 of x is equal to log to base 2 of 8. And now we are ready to factor out the logs. So we have log to base 2 of, now this is a product, this is x squared multiplied by x is equals to log to base 2 of 8. And now I can cancel out the logs. So we remain with x squared multiplied by x is x cubed is equals to 8. We can find the square root, the cube root on both sides. If you find the cube root on both sides, then the value of x is exactly 2. So that is simple. We have followed the laws of logarithms, and you can see how simple it is to follow the laws of logarithms. On to the third example. So in this example, we are having log to base 10 of root of x minus log to base 10 of 5 is equals to 1. Of course, if you want to make it simpler, then we can write this as a power log to base 10 of x raised to a half. So you know square root means power half minus log to base 10 of 5 is equals to, and of course we need to change this into logarithm notation, and we know since this is to base 10, then if we have log of 10 to base 10 is exactly 1, so log of 10 to base 10. So we're going to factor out the logs for both sides. Let me do that. So I've already factored out. The log because this is a minus. Then you're going to have a division here. So I can now comfortably cancel out the logs. And now I'm going to remain with x power half divided by 5 is equals to 10. Multiply by 5 on both sides. And I have x power half is equals to 50. And of course, if I square both sides, by square both sides, then you're going to have this cancelling out, and x, value of x is going to be exactly 2500. So that is it for those three examples, and you can see how easy it is to solve examples or various problems using the laws of logarithms. So in our next video also, we're going to do a few more examples involving logarithms so that we can understand better how it goes. See you in the next video. Thank you.